The Huntingburg City Council meets on Thursday night. A Jasper police officer under investigation for misconduct resigns. And in sports, Kurt Guxell looks at IU in the Big Ten tournament. These stories and much more coming up next on 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bill Potter, and in the WJTS News, a Jasper police officer under investigation for alleged misconduct has resigned. David Drew, a 10-year veteran of the police department, submitted his resignation effective immediately to the city's personnel department Thursday morning. Drew was suspended with pay last month while the Jasper Board of Public Works and Safety considered Police Chief Mike Bennett's recommendation to terminate his employment with the city. The recommendation was based on information obtained through an internal police investigation, as well as information obtained from the Indiana State Police about allegations regarding Drew's conduct. Officials have not disclosed the details of the allegations. On February 18th, Drew requested a hearing concerning his employment. The hearing was held in a closed session of the Public Works Board last Thursday. The Board of Public Works had planned a special meeting on Friday to announce their decision on what disciplinary action will be taken against Drew. In light of this development, that meeting was declared no longer necessary and thus was canceled. The 44-year-old patrolman had been a member of the Jasper Police Department since 2003 and has had at least 4 other disciplinary actions taken against him. The earliest was in 2005 and the most recent was in November of last year. The 2 incidents resulted in suspensions, while the other 2 resulted in oral reprimands. The Huntingburg City Council is moving forward with plans to go another round in applying for a grant to fund repairs to a Patoka Lake water main that serves the city. The next step is a public hearing to give citizens a chance to speak up on the project. Mayor Denny Spinner talked to WJTS about the need for citizens to be vocal in their support of the project.
It's a line that we know that there's some issues with, that we've had we've applied for this same project for the last 2 or 3 years, but we're going to looking at our scores from the previous years, we believe we can make some improvements to our application that would put us in good standing to perhaps get this project. So the public hearing is very important because public input is part of the scoring for the grant process. So we would encourage citizens to come to that public hearing on Monday and voice their support for the project, as this water line feed is very critical to our supply here in Huntingburg, not only for our citizens but for residential and commercial customers as well.
The public hearing is scheduled for Monday at 5 p.m. at City Hall. Spinner also says securing the grant would allow the project to move forward faster.
This is one of the 2 lines that we have that are major supply lines from Patoka Lake. When there was a project to the east that we replaced a segment of the line, we noticed that there was some integrity problems with the line at that point. So we have done a good job of keeping the line open and running at this time, but we know that there's an issue that we need to address sometime in the future. So this grant would allow us to take the entire project at one time and fix that problem. Should we not be successful in this funding cycle, we do have a plan in place to address the issue with our own funds, but we want to take this opportunity to apply for state funds that would help this project move along quickly.
At the same meeting, Mayor Denny Spinner announced a plan to have a Spanish language course for city employees, continuing an initiative to better integrate the Hispanic citizens of Huntingburg. The Huntingburg Transportation Department will be paying for the classes out of their budget, with the goal of teaching the drivers conversational Spanish. Other departments will also be able to have individuals that want to participate in the course do so. Anyone that is interested in participating in the course can go to Huntingburg City Hall to get information. The Dubois County Humane Society's annual membership meeting is set for next Thursday. The meeting will take place at 6:30 p.m. at the Timbers of Jasper, located along Howard Drive in Jasper. The purpose of the meeting is to discuss amendments to the Articles of Incorporation, specifically transitioning the board of directors from a membership-driven organization to a governance board. 25 paid members, those who have given within 30 days before the annual meeting, are required to be present in order for these changes to be made. The Humane Society received a grant in November through the DuBois County Community Foundation, enabling the Indiana Nonprofit Resource Network to lead and assist the Humane Society with these necessary changes. Through this amendment, the Board of Directors will be positioned for future growth through board diversification and new appointments of members within set term limits and revolving responsibilities. Members must have reservations by emailing dchsmail@yahoo.com. Again, the meeting will take place at 6:30 p.m. next Thursday at the Timbers of Jasper, located along Howard Drive in Jasper. The Jasper Noble Romans is set to reopen on March 27th. The restaurant closed last year after the Indiana Department of Revenue revoked the retail merchant's license for former franchisee Russ Shaw. The restaurant will now be franchised by Lindsay Kimmel and Stuart Grubbs, both former managers at the Noble Romans. Kimmel and Grubbs say they are accepting employment applications. Anyone interested can call 631-8346 for more information. Now to what's going on in your neighborhood. Tonight through Sunday, Ireland, Indiana is holding the annual St. Patrick's celebration. Irish highlights for Saturday in Ireland are the Irish Trot, 5K Run Walk, a pancake and sausage breakfast, O'Blarney Kids Games, Luck of the Irish Arts and Crafts Show, Toast to the O'Blarney Drop, Backyard Barbecue, Mayor for a Day announcement, which is the 1963 Ireland Spuds team, Irish O'Ducky Race, the Irish Road Rally, and an Irish blessing of motorcycles. Sunday features a barbecue chicken and pork chop dinner and the St. Patrick's Day Parade, which will be held at 1 p.m. A programming note for WJTS TV and fans of Ireland. WJTS TV 18 will air the Miss Shamrock pageant Thursday night, March 21st at 7:30 p.m. and again Sunday, March 24th at 2 p.m. And the St. Patrick's Parade will air Friday, March 22nd at 7:30 p.m. and again on Sunday, March 24th at 3 p.m. or after the Miss Shamrock contest. The City of Jasper is now seeking volunteers to be attendants aboard the Spirit of Jasper train for this year's excursions. The excursions include ride and dines and trips to French Lick from June 1st through November 2nd. Attendants, including past volunteers, will be required to take a basic training class offered at 6 p.m. Wednesday, March 20th, and again at 9 a.m. on Saturday, March 23rd. The class will be held at the train depot located at 201 Mill Street and will last approximately 2 hours. For more information or to register for a class, call the Park and Recreation Department at 482-5959. The City of Jasper will be holding a public meeting to get input on the Downtown Riverfront Master Plan. The meeting will take place Tuesday, April 2nd from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the former location of the Obermeyer Yamaha at 3rd Avenue and Mill Street. And Ferdinand Elementary will be holding a literacy event this Sunday. The event will feature Ferdinand native and Indiana Lieutenant Governor Sue Ellspermann as keynote speaker and area storyteller Mary Jo Huff. Several door prizes will be given away, including a Kindle and many different children's books. Adults and children will also participate in a book swap. Finally, the Executive Board of the Indiana 15 Regional Planning Commission will meet Tuesday, March 22nd at 6:30 p.m. at the Commission's office located at 221 East 1st Street in Ferdinand. That is a look at your local news. Coming up next, more roller coaster weather in the local forecast, followed by Kurt Guxel with sports and Inform with State Representative Mark Messmer. This is 18 WJTS News, local people watching local people.